In an age long since forgotten, a prophecy once told that there would come a time when the sun would grow dark and cold. A bone-chilling wind would surge from the deepest pits of the abyss. The dead would rise in its wake. Harbingers of destruction and despair. Left to its own, this wind would bring war. War that would ravage the 9 planets. Beasts would break their bonds and flood the soil with their poison. One by one, we would all wither away to nothingness, unless we were willing to make impossible choices. Warriors of legend would rise once again. Black of heart they would be. This is the day of prophecy. This is the end of times. Quickly, go forth and find the Grand Hall. there is yet a chance to reverse this. Do not be alarmed if you have no recollection. The detention affects the mind. As such, you stand within the Grand Hall, the only sanctuary remaining. But that too is in jeopardy. The undead are unrelenting. As the monolith weakens, so does our protective shield. We face a grave threat. You seem to be our last hope. Before you stands the monolith, keeper of the cosmos, anchor of reality. I am its steward. We have much to discuss. Join with the monolith. Go and become one with it. Sadly, what urgency is there that you must take your leave? Go join with the monolith. Go join with the monolith. It is said that in the beginning there was light, and the great monolith revealed itself. Born from this was the stream, flowing, binding, and creating the cosmos and all within it. Stars and planets formed, and life followed. This was the dawn of all races. But as the first children of the monolith explored the power of the stream, their worlds collided. Ultimately, one race would strive for power. They were the Prime, and the instigators of the Prime Azurian War. With their victory, the Prime claimed the core, and with it, the whole of the monolith. It bestowed great power unto them, and gave them dominion over all life. Great cities were built. Technological advancements in trade allowed the worlds to flourish and bloom. And thus, the Golden Age began. This was the time of heroes, where legends were born and their stories told. And so it was for eons. But this was not to last. An evil is spreading through the cosmos. All is in jeopardy. Be grateful that the monolith has accepted you. This is not something granted lightly, nor to many. It pains me to know it has been tainted. Yet this bond will grant you benefits. However, do not be surprised if your memory has not returned. It will in due time. The end nears. The light of many worlds is fading, and for some, the end has come. Necessity demands this. However, there is an evil that must be stopped. I am bound to this place. You, however, are free and unconstrained, able to venture forth. You linger. Bring forth your questions, should you have any. The 9 realms wither. The undead are spreading everywhere, with nothing to oppose them. Before anything else can be done, this must be addressed. These portals are gateways to the realms. Do you understand? Your empty gaze gives me little confidence. You linger. The Grand Hall is the center from which all paths lead. The gateways before you lead to other worlds. Some have fallen dark, their destinies already determined. Ours, however, can and will be changed. You linger. There are 3 Nexus orbs. They channel power to the monolith from the 9 realms. That power is being interrupted, and the monolith is becoming unstable. We can delay disaster by restoring the Nexus orbs. Go find them. Only then can I search for the source of this evil. Do you hear me? Connection established. It appears that the pathway between the core and your position is stable. All gateways allow you free return to the Grand Hall. Transmission stability will vary. Our communication will be only intermittent. Welcome to the primordial dome, the only one that still remains open. It is void of life, but not death. Find the Nexus orb. Take heed where you tread. flicker on this side. Were you able to restore the orb? Return to the core. Merge the connection with the monolith. Be wary should you gaze into its eye. Good. You're here. Now do what is necessary. Do not waste any time. Join with the monolith. The reset provided some clarity, yet the monolith still malfunctions. Clearly something untoward is going on. A reset of all Nexus orbs is what is needed. Make haste and find them. Take heed, for many will attempt to lead you astray. Do not fall victim to their lies. So, you brought a survivor here. We are truly facing the end, when just about anyone can reach this most sacred of places. But I suppose it is a good thing that there are survivors to be found out there. Still, she carries the stench of death with her. Take heed, for many... thicket and home to a profound darkness. It is said that the waters are capable of swallowing up. Stay on course. Find the Nexus door.
Oh dear. I say, what a physique. I know all who traipse these parts, and you, my friend, are a new face. But whom does that bold face belong to? Silent of tongue? How odd. No stranger than most, I suppose. I am Golan, guardian of the Nexus of Vigil. I am Prime. You, however, are not. How is it so? In this time of the end, that someone such as yourself wanders the realm, and not a moment to spare. My orb was violated in the most crude of ways. Perhaps you can lay hands on my sphere and remedy its ailment. I see the culprit's face clear as day, yet I cannot put name to it. Go. The orb awaits you. Why do you linger?
One now remains. All three orbs must be restored. Go find the last. The humans saw the Nexus as a link to the gods. They were always a problem for us, but who can fault them? Simple minds turn to divinity when encountering questions they cannot answer. The monolith is crippled still. One Nexus orb remains. Go to it and reset it so I may investigate what is affecting it. Clearly, some force is tainting the Nexus orbs, corrupting them, and in turn, the monolith. We can delay the monolith's decay if all the Nexus orbs are reset. Behold, Pickachu. Once prized jewel, Prime, center of rule and order, nothing but chaos and death. The howling is best. The state of this place, but faith brings me solace. The Nexus orb is close to the main gate of the Citadel. Go, find it. is done. Return to the Grand Hall. You carry necessary information. You must bring it back to the monolith. Make haste. Mind your step. You tread on sacred ground. The core was not open to all prime. The reset has granted us respite, albeit for a short time. It is in your favor to become one with the monolith. Now is the time. Golan. He was truly one of the greats. The Prime were numerous. But is no time to lose. The monolith is stable. I have located the disturbance. It's in the stream. The disturbance is in the stream itself. You must enter the stream. There is but one way to do this. A rift must be created. Only then can you reach the other side. The only way to create a rift is by harnessing a great power. And that power lies within 3 beasts. They are the offspring of the one called Cathal. As he succumbed to madness, he tore out a part of his heart and broke it into 3 pieces. He used the pieces to give life to 3 beasts. In doing so, he granted them part of his power. By malicious intent they were born, and thus they have been a scourge upon the Prime. Malog, the raging storm. Eldest of the 3, he inherited his father's strength and cunning. Within him resides an unbridled fury, unlike any other. If unleashed, he will wreak untold havoc throughout the cosmos. Arlen the Corrupter, jealous and resentful, his festering soul seeps into the soil and poisons all it touches. No world is safe from his foul influence. And the last beast is Iska, Queen of the Dead. Using the power granted to her, she forged the Abyss, the realm of the dead. From her throne of bones, she commands the undead armies that have now been set upon the mortal realms. They are destined to plunge the cosmos into darkness, to beget the end of creation. So says the prophecy. Kill them, bring their hearts back to me. It is with their hearts that we will have the power to open a rift into the stream and stop this evil. Go, quickly.
The beasts, the offspring of the one who will bring the end times. Yet, sisters, it is for us to know and the prisoner to discover. For we cannot influence your path, direction, choice. You have looked deep into the source. Paths once closed are now open. Yet, Here you are. Does your path come to be by intent, or has it already been laid in darkness? Your path is gray, obscure, shrouded. You have set about a dark task, and we do wonder whether such a task would be completed if the full story were known. You may have had your shackles broken, but you are still a prisoner. The leash is yanked and now you skip, yet not eagerly. Why? What are you hiding? Something is amiss. The deviation obscures the way. Yet the end result seems to be what is called for, and therefore fear not. All which needs to be will be. Something is amiss. The leash, and there.
The scourge is no more. Blessed be the prophecy. My faith has never been greater. To think you are responsible for this is unnerving. At best, tarry not. Go forth and find the others. I must place my fate in your hands. Go now, so we can be done with this. I must place my fate in your hands. Go now, so we can be done with this. Thus the seed of rot has been vanquished. Iska, the self-professed queen of unlife, remains. Strike her down, retrieve her heart, and let us complete this endeavor. I must place my fate in your hand. You have them. You have the hearts. Give them to me. I will initiate the rift. Prepare yourself. I do not know what is on the other side. The first light of dawn is breaking. The deviation will be stopped. The prophecy will be fulfilled. It's unnerving, this new quiet. You were unrelenting in your candor. Your judgment on everything and everyone, spreading like the foul stench of disease. It ate at me, like broken glass against soft skin. What a relief to finally speak clearly. The beasts were not what they seemed. You see, they were your offspring. It was you who tore out a part of your heart to give life to the beasts. But they were not beasts at first. No. They were innocent children who loved and did no harm. They only became beasts after we Prime banished them to hold back the tide of prophecy. And I had you butcher them. No greater satisfaction have I had than watching you do my bidding. The prophecy will be fulfilled. And now, I must play my part.
Can it be? A rift? But not of my doing. A visitor from the other side? Come, witness the beauty of creation. The annoying scrabble of rotting hands has fallen silent. They were unwelcome visitors, clinging to the matter needed to create my stage. You have a strange face, but it matters not. Clearly, you are not here to bring good tidings. Aras was always the idealist. True to his faith, he yearned to fulfill the prophecy. It makes sense that he used you. Impressive, but futile. There is no stopping my creation. There will be no room for the old world in the new. Paradise will finally be achieved. I will fulfill the prophecy, in my image. Come and witness the creation of the new world.
Do you not see? I was trying to usher in a better world.
And you will. However, not as you had hoped. What brazen arrogance to think abandoning me in that cell would make you all safe. You were all sadly mistaken. Being in that cold, that darkness, revealed the truth. We were trapped. Prophecy. A cruel charade. Creation. Existence. Destruction. Over and over and over again. Always destined to be either rulers or slaves. No more. In that torturous, repeating cycle, I began, ever so slightly, to become aware of this twisted destiny of ours. You, nail. Well, the blade I pierced you with carried a poison. It planted just enough doubt and motivation in you to distract everyone with this pedestrian display of yours. And now, here we are. The prophecy will come true. This universe will be destroyed. But not like Paras wished, nor how the oracles foresaw. You see, the oracles can only predict the actions of beings from this universe. They cannot foretell the actions of beings from another. Therefore, I allowed myself to be controlled by such a being for this purpose. You were all but cogs in my plot. Including you. Whoever, whatever you are. And like them, you are no longer of use.